Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Why Do Hindus Not Convert People to Join Them? Hindu Academy, Lakhani. So there's actually going to be two videos because he did one 5 years ago, which is this one, and then one he did a year ago, which is the image is that one. So we'll do the one he did 5 years ago because it's the older one. Let me try to answer that question. Why do Hindus not convert people to join them? From my understanding of Hinduism, it's because they don't need to convert anyone. Because all religion is accepted in Hinduism. All beliefs is accepted in Hinduism. Well, that's why. Just plain and simple. That is it. There's 330 plus million gods in Hinduism. They can fit one more. I'm sorry, I don't know why I was laughing. They literally can fit any god. And because because all of them are seeking reality, seeking to be one with God, however you interpret that. And I think that's it. Let's go ahead and get started. It's very short. That's the reason I'm doing two of them. It's the same titled video anyway, so let's go ahead and get started.
But should Hinduism avoid conversion theory? All other religions believe in conversion to their religion, but Hinduism doesn't talk about conversion to their religion. Is it a good policy in today's situation or not?
Okay.
Oh, good policy? Oh man. Personally, yes, absolutely. I do not believe in forcing people to convert. And this is something that I agree with no matter what it is. Talking with people, convincing them, but not forcing them. Just say, hey, if you wanna join my religion, I mean, it's perfectly fine. If you want to talk about it, and if you're curious, even if you don't want to join and you just want to talk about the religion, that's perfectly fine. I think that's a great way to get people to join, not by force. Not saying you're going to hell for not joining my religion. You'll be eternally damned and eternally enslaved and tortured forever in eternity of hell. Like, yeah. No. And if you join my religion too and you worship it, eternal pleasure in heaven. 72 virgins or whatever. Eternal buffets. I don't know. Whatever food you want. All in heaven. Yeah, no. I mean, that's so much of a bribery to say that fear and bribery kind of eternal pleasure. Who doesn't want eternal pleasure? And eternal damnation, fear. So personally I agree. Now whether that works in the world, I still personally agree that you should not be converting people because there's no reason to, based on my understanding of Hinduism.
You see, most religions are evangelical by nature. And the way they say that, because our prophet has got the monopoly on God, we must now make everybody follow us or join us, otherwise they're all doomed. It's a horrendous idea because they are suggesting that spirituality has been captured through your own system of thinking, which may be okay, but it's still very limited. You say whole of humanity has to now agree with us, otherwise we cook, kill or convert. This is a nasty thing to suggest, because if at all it is possible to capture God or spirituality in any system of thought, any religion, then that God is worthless. Because then you confine him into your borderline. That means he can't get out of your border and he can't go into another religion. It's rubbish. So we have recognized that what we are trying to present, the idea of spirituality, is such a universal phenomena. It cannot be confined to any one religion or even a group of religions. So it has to be given that openness. So we recognize it. That is why we don't say, okay, join us, otherwise you're doomed. We never say that. We allow people to exist. Even suppose you are an atheist, Hindus say, fine, this is your way of resolving your human condition. Carry on, my friend. We wish you well. But we never say, oh, if you don't agree with us and join us, we are going to kill you or convert you or you're going to hell. We don't say stuff like that. Because we are not evangelical, means trying to convert people, we have not gone out of our way to try and convert people to Hinduism. Right. Now you may say, is it a good or bad thing? Now there are some people, and this is a true story, there are groups of people who say, please, we want to become Hindus. And we say, look, we are not out to encourage people joining us, but suppose you truly believe that this touches your heart, this is something that you really require, you can kind of relate to, then you see, just by saying that you relate to it, you are Hindus. Without going through a ceremony. So if I see somebody who genuinely said, I get a lot of emails like that from Westerners who say, we love Hinduism. I say, look, if you love it, you're already Hindu. If you want, I'll come and sparkle, sprinkle some Ganga water on top of it. You are Hindu now. If you want that, I'll do that for you. But by subscribing to what the Hindus are talking about, you've already become a Hindu without the tops and tails.
Right.
So they smile and they carry on. But I'm not ready. I'm ready with my Ganga jal.
Oh god, I was just thinking like he goes up to someone and he's like, "Oh no, I forgot the Ganga water," or I think that's what he said, right? And he goes like, "Oh well, the Dasani water will do just fine." Hold on, let me open that up. Hindu, just because there's no real requirement to it, just freaking do what you gotta do, and you're practically it. There's no ceremony, no initiation, just genuinely believe in the thing. Dasani water. Hold on, let me get the Sharpie so I can put Ganga on there. There, Ganga water. Oh man. Okay, let's go ahead and get the other one up and running here. I like that a lot. Just let me get the water out real quick. Alright, so this is the second one. Let's go ahead and get started on it. Again, I already said everything I need to say. Let's just see what he has to say about it.
You see, it's a very important question. And I'm trying to vilify any religion.
Oh my god, it's so low. Let me see if turning it up will work.
Undermine a religion.
Okay, it doesn't work. I'm going to rewind it just because I was not expecting it to be that low. Holy smokes. So I'm going to try to whisper so I don't blow up people's ears. Let me rewind all the way.
You see, it's a very important question, and I'm trying to vilify any religion or undermine a religion. Different religions have got different ethos, different way of kind of expressing themselves in society. And some are very evangelical in character. They want to try and impose their religion on others. This we disagree with thoroughly. You may have your own religion, it may be good or bad or whatever, but don't impose it on others. They've got their own religion, leave them alone. This is the pluralistic teaching of Hinduism. So we don't impose ourselves on others. At the same time, we don't want them to impose themselves on us. So somebody says, I'm a Christian, I don't say, oh yes, in that case, become a Hindu. You see, that's the pathway that they have adopted for thousands of years, maybe throughout their family, through their culture, in the society. So I'm not here to undermine it. So I deliberately say, go for it. Because at the deeper level, all the religions kind of meet up at the deeper level. So I say, promote your own way. We don't go out proselytizing or promoting a religion or evangelizing. That goes against the grain of teaching of pluralism, saying there are many ways to be spiritual. Some can be non-religious. Through music and art, you might be spiritual. Go for it. We allow for that. That's the reason why we don't impose ourselves. But this gentleman asked a very important question. Why don't we encourage them to join us? Look, I'll be very frank. I tell them, I get these kind of emails all the time. I tell them, look, if you like the ideas that I'm promoting, make them your own. Take them away. They are yours. We don't sell copyrights. Okay.
I'm trying to hush up my laughter too, but we don't sell copyrights. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That makes me think about, like, obviously, with the religions that I'm familiar with, you're supposed to donate, I think, 20% of your paychecks to the church as a donation. Although most churches now, they say that, but they'll accept anything of course, whatever you can donate. But because it's a donation, it's tax-free.
Copyrights, okay, on your bottom we stamp Hindu. We don't want to do that. That's why we say carry on. If you like some of the ideas that we are presenting, adopt them and incorporate them within your own system, within your own religion. Good for you. And this is the way we promote Hinduism. Not through rubber stamping or beating drums, by saying just if you like the ideas you're promoting, adopt them, make them your own. Because then Hinduism has entered into your society, into the greater world. We prefer that.
Free e-learning.
Okay, that's really loud. Continue to talk low though. But yeah, again, that's the reason why I say I do like Hinduism. It's so refreshing to hear that there's a way of life. I like to say a way of life because it's not just a religion. It can be both a religion and a way of life. That doesn't force or tell you you have to believe in this because of fear and bliss. There's no in between. It's just either eternal damnation or eternal bliss. It's like, my gosh, I'm either screwed for life or I'm screwing for life. Joke. But truth though, actually, too. But yeah, and well, I think I said everything pretty much. But yeah, like I said, atheist though, I do definitely need to see how that works in Hinduism. Obviously, it's kind of because so far of all the teachings that I've learned from Hinduism, there is still the Brahman, but not necessarily seen as like a divine being, but a consciousness, which is still, I'm still trying to understand that a bit more, like this consciousness kind of deal. I have an understanding, and again, the understanding that I have for Brahman is not consciousness, but what makes sense to me because so far I think my thinking is materialism, and that is that Brahman is the fabric of creation. It is literally creation itself. So anything that exists is Brahman. And what is Brahman? It is the smallest particle that exists in everything. It is what makes up everything. Let me put it that way. So obviously in science we have small atoms. Inside atoms we have nucleus. Inside the nucleus we have protons and neutrons. And then we think that's the smallest one, but nope, there's something smaller called the electrons. And I'm sure there's something smaller than that I haven't keep up with in science. So eventually we keep finding smaller and smaller things that everything is made out of. So eventually they're going to get down to the smallest atom that everything's made out of, and there's nothing smaller than that, and that is what's going to be Brahman. That's my understanding of it. That's how so far I accept it. That makes sense to me based on my personal experience. And well, I mean, there's no real personal experience there because we cannot see the smallest fabric of existence, but it's what makes sense to me, and what I've learned through all the videos that I reacted to so far. Okay, so that's the end of my reaction. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.